Is victory for us really possible? We're facing the legate, Lord Melchior.
I'd give us around 4-1 against.
4-1? Are our chances that slim?
Almost every trick I or any current exorcist knows can be traced back to him. If I throw out 3 arts at once, he'll pull 6 out of his hat. He knows our capabilities and he's got far more power. 4-1 might be generous.
I suppose you're right.
However, we have Velvet, the boy, and Rokuro. Who knows what value they'll add when they run amok? It's impossible to calculate, but if luck goes our way, our chances will rise considerably.
Right. We are challenging the hardest possible foe.
But I'm only talking about a straight-up fight. Knowing Melchior, he'll have some nasty tricks.
No matter how you analyze it, the outlook is grim.
Aizen, you too?
What's wrong with a level-headed look at things? Careful consideration could give us the tool we need to turn the odds in our favor. After all, Magilu, forewarned is forearmed, right?
Yes, that's true.
Even still, we won't find a weakness in him.
Let's take another hard look. What we need might be lying right at our feet.
At our feet, eh? I'll keep my eyes on the ground as we walk then.
The 4 elemental Empyreans are the beings that maintain the balance and harmony between earth, water, wind, and fire. Have you even stopped to think about why they sleep? About what waking them will do to this world's order?
Not really. I don't much care.
They sleep because of arrogant, insolent wretches like you. The Empyreans derive their power and that of their blessings from the prayers of the pure at heart. But humans became corrupted and neglected their prayers. The forgotten Empyreans drifted into slumber.
Human prayers are the source of their power? Just like the Malachim.
Are you trying to say Innominat blesses someone when he eats their soul?
As the 5th Empyrean, Innominat's purpose is to eat human souls, malevolence and all, and to wipe the slate clean. When all mankind is once again pure as a newborn babe, the elemental Empyreans can be safely revived.
You want to wipe the slate? But that means...
Yes, civilization will crumble. The spread of malevolence, the cleansing of Innominat, the cycle has repeated countless times over the eons. That is why human civilization rises and falls. But if this continues, humanity will never surpass a certain threshold. Thus, the Abbey will control Innominat's power, so that we may guide humanity into a new, better era.
It all makes sense now. You developed the art of armatization to control Innominat.
And in order to create the Armatus, you needed the technology found in Siegfried, didn't you?
So that's why you got Ifried involved in all of this.
Just as light cannot exist without darkness, no great achievement comes without sacrifice. Even I must be made tribute for the sake of our ideal world!
Armatus!
No, you don't!
Aizen, stop! I told you, he's a crafty old buzzard.
I should have known it wouldn't be that simple. Rebellious fools, ill-fallen so far, Magilonica.
I'm Magilonica no longer! I am the evil witch, Magilu! Here! Infernal Horror! Magilu, it is I! Divine conviction! Here yet, will my cycle!
Pull out! You're wide open! How's that? Gave way! Gave way! See that? No escape! Pull out! Gave way! You're wide open! Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Perfect mayhem! No! No, you're up!
Ready for the right way!
Hurricane!
Fire conviction!
Here we go! Wide open! No escape! Wide open! It's a beat! 99!
Imprisoned by the coldest cold, there you shall perish! Absolute freedom!
Hurricane! See that? Hurricane!
Your troubles receive life's blessing!
I cannot die yet! Not here! Not now! Oh, were I only 100 years younger!
100?
He's used an oath to add years to his life. Centuries, even.
Is that what you call rational? Sounds like an obsession.
I've said the same thing thousands of times. If it were my choice, I'd have let myself die naturally long ago. But did he not say? Man can turn reason into disorder, but also can we surpass it. Our true power is in transcending the possible to achieve the ideal.
So were the words of the exorcist Claudin.
They were foolish.
Think what you will. I'll show you the truth of his words.
You think illusions will work on us now?
Not in the least. But it bought me enough time to finish my art.
Are you trying to set off the volcano?
You'll die too!
As long as I take the Lord of Calamity with me, I have no regrets. That's because I follow reason! Oh! Oh! How dare you insult Claudin's ideal soul!
Hey, Master. Emotions are a real pain, aren't they?
What was that?
The elemental Empyreans have awoken.
We are free. We will no longer be your tools.
Oh dear, what's happening?
You saved us, Magilu. Thanks. If you hadn't thrown Melchior off balance, we'd all be dead.
I settled my own affairs. Nothing more. But if you want to thank me, I accept gifts.
I take it back.
He couldn't hurt those flowers. Was that his oath?
No. That old fool loved flowers more than anything else. Far more than he did any living human. That's all there was to it.
I suppose even a legate could never fully control his heart.
Same goes for a witch. Sometimes living can be the hardest affliction.
Have the 4 elemental Empyreans awakened?
Who knows? But anything that would sleep through that isn't worth our time.
Better watch your mouth or they'll smite you. I can feel a shift in Inominat's domain.
Yeah, all 4 of them have awoken. Inominat has been pushed out from the Earth pulses.
Humanity's amplified resonances will diminish, and many Malachim will regain their free will. The Exorcists will likely lose a good chunk of their forces.
Eleanor, have you lost your ability to fight too?
Sorry to disappoint, but I can still see you. Evil demons, Malachim, and witches alike.
You know where he is.
I can feel him. His body has left the Earth pulses. He's somewhere above the Empyrean's throne now. Artorias is with him. However, Inominat is pushing back against the other Empyreans with incredible force.
If the 4 are defeated, we'll lose our last chance. No time to waste.
Let's go. It's time to end this.
Yeah!
The mountain doesn't appear to be erupting. Or doing anything else, really. I'd say that's a relief.
Were Melchior's claims only a bluff?
I'm not convinced. Most of his threats had as much truth in them as he could muster.
With the 4 Empyreans revived, the land is awakened. Changes in the Earth that once took eons will now happen in a few hundred years.
A few hundred years?
The mountain will erupt, but not for a long while.
A long while to a human, maybe. But compared to the history of the land, it'll be a blink of an eye.
But Inominat is the Empyrean of suppression. Who can say what will happen when we kill him? Well, it's not like I care anyway.
I think we should care.
Melchior sure was strong, wasn't he?
Yeah. If it weren't for Magilu's help, we wouldn't have stood a chance.
But you saw the opening she gave us and took it.
Did you want to be the one to finish him off?
If it mattered to me, I'd have fought him alone. We all had our reasons to fight him. The opportunity just happened to be yours. That's all there is to it.
I understand.
If Melchior had only manipulated Ifrid for personal reasons, then that would be settled now. But he was acting based on his idea of reason. That creating a world without malevolence was worth the cost of destroying people's free will. Ifrid won't be avenged until I destroy that very philosophy.
Your business with the Abbey isn't done.
Not even close. You all could just sit around twiddling your thumbs, and I'd still take the heads of Artorias and Inominat on my own. If you want to be the ones to finish them off, you'll have to beat me to it.
You're on.
I'll fight with everything I've got. That's all I can do.
That's plenty.
I really don't mean to pry, but I've gotta know. Does it feel good to pinch all those souls out from your stomach?
That's kind of a gross way of putting it.
I have to agree with Velvet. The way you put it sounds so inappropriate.
I'm pretty sure that was her point.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why so cranky? I was only asking to see if you were getting hungry or not.
Then ask that in the first place.
Are you? Hungry, that is.
I do feel hungry, now that you mention it, but I don't think it has to do with losing those souls.
Then why is it?
Maybe my appetite is increasing as Inominat's suppression weakens.
Yeah, suddenly feeling hungry myself.
My stomach could start growling at any moment.
I have been thinking of nothing but delicious things to eat for a while now.
I bet Magilu only brought it up because she's feeling peckish herself.
No, that's not the reason at all.
That settles it then. When we get back to the ship, you can take guard duty while we eat.
I'll make a quiche and pudding.
I'll cook up some penguin and tomato stew.
Ooh, I'd love to try your cooking, Madam Eleanor. Let's get back to the ship.
Getting all fired up about food. I would never... I would kill for a big bowl of sweet Kalegian-style borscht!
Then go find me some peaches.
Why peaches?
Because you can't have Kalegian borscht without peach pie for dessert.
Glad to see you made it back in one piece, Velvet.
I'm here on orders from the boss to help you guys out.
We could certainly use it. How are things back in the city?
I came here from Helives, so I don't know how far the suppression has progressed. But I can tell you that the Abbeys designated the area north of Helives as a Class 4 administrative zone.
Which means they've pulled their forces out of the area.
What about the people of Mercio?
Everyone got out safe and sound, although they did petition for the extermination of the Lord of Calamity.
Of course.
I say we make this town our new hideout. When else are we ever gonna find a hideout that comes with hot springs?
That's a good idea. We should leave Kamoana and the others here.
Dial, could you stay and help them out?
As if you even had to ask.
Wow, that's surprisingly reliable for you, Dial.
Hey, that hurts. Now get going already. Benwick and the crew are making preparations in Helives right now.
Welcome back! I take it you defeated the Legates.
Yes, but that still leaves Inominat and the Shepherd.
Onward ho to the last battle! Oh, I picked up something nice for you. Here.
An apple?
It's a fortune apple. A good luck charm. No real powers, but they're hard to find. Legend has it, they're pretty lucky.
A fortune apple!
But we're the bad guys, aren't we? Maybe what we need is bad luck instead.
I think the Reaper's got that covered.
Aw, that's just mean.
Well, I appreciate the thought. Thanks, Benwick. I love apples.
Just don't eat it.
I couldn't eat it, even if I wanted. Wait a moment. That's right. My power to consume is a part of Inominat. If that's true, then...
What is it?
You want a bite? Delicious fortune apple.
No way. That's a good luck charm.
That it is. One to give you the courage you need to survive.
So, where's our final destination?
The Empyrean's throne.
Sail for Port Sexton.
Aye, aye, ma'am. Aye, aye, sir.
Just don't eat him. Got it?
Do you think that with Inominat's power waning, people will be free again?
Well, the pirates are acting like pirates again. May take longer for others, but I think it's happening.
What do you think of traveling around to see for ourselves? I'd like to know what's going on out there.
I'd like to meet the elemental Empyreans, if I could.
That's not a great idea. They're all in various Earth Pulse points, but where those are is a mystery. They could be very far off.
And they might not view us as allies.
Yep, gods live by their own rules. Our business with Inominat probably doesn't concern them.
You're right.
It might be wise to scope out the situation before our battle. As we go around, we might find out more about what Artorias is up to.
So, what was it you needed to say to me alone?
Where's Laphicet?
He wanted to stand watch with me, but I forced him to get some rest. After all this fighting, he needs it.
I owe you. That kid always tries to play the tough guy.
Just like the one who named him.
He's nothing like me. His motivation comes from hope.
Hope.
The wind is nice.
Yes, the world may teem with hardship and sadness, but it's also filled with beauty. The endless ocean, the islands in the south, even the frozen tundra and the mountains that spew fire.
It is. And humans make their home among all that beauty. This is the world that Laphi always yearned to travel. I finally understand what he saw when he sat looking out over the ocean. Eleanor, I have a single favor to ask of you. If anything happens to me, take care of Laphicet.
What? Is something the matter?
The power possessed by the Therians and Inominat is fundamentally the same. I have a theory. No, theory is too rational. A different part of me, something separate from my hatred, wants me to do something. It wants me to leave this world with hope.
Wait, you don't mean...
Humor me, okay? If the worst happens, I'm counting on you.
I understand. You have my word. I'll look after Laphicet. While I'd love to take advantage of this momentary weakness, I can't. My oath is to obey your orders until my dying breath.
I'd almost forgotten about all that. Good thing I kicked your butt after all. Well, the suppression field is gone.
And in its place, rampaging demons.
We expected that. Thanks for everything.
I only did what I felt like doing. Who needs thanks for that?
Let's go. We have a fight to finish with the Shepherd.
Inominat's power may have weakened, but I think that'll only cause more of a stir in the cities.
Without the Abbey's exorcists, the people will have a hard time quelling demons.
Are you crying?
I'm simply coming to terms with reality. I've learned to think for myself rather than let others do the thinking for me. It's painful and frightening, and comes with great responsibility. But this is who I am now. It's on me to own up, face my fears, and keep moving forward.
You're a piece of work, but I don't mind having you around.
Yes, I'm not weak like I used to be.
No, You aren't.
You don't have to bear the weight of the world alone, though.
I understand that. I will do only what I can.
You always say that, but then you end up overdoing it, right? If you push yourself to the limit and it's still not enough, there's no shame in relying on others.
Rokuro, thank you so much.
You realize you just thanked a demon, right?
I'm aware of that.
I can feel him. Not somewhere in the sky.
In the sky? Wait, look!
Huh. Okay. Well, it's nice that we've tracked down Inominat, but, now what's the plan?
I don't think even Griffin could get us up there.
And my Guardian takes one passenger only.
I don't think we need to worry about that.
Huh?
Well, looky there. A teleportation art. Looks like we're expected.
For Inomina to fully awaken, they need me and Laphicet. Which means they want to settle this once and for all, too.
Sounds good to me. Bring it on!
Is what reckless idiots say before plunging into the unknown. Be more cautious.
Sorry.
Wow. That is the first time I've ever heard Magilou say something sensible.
A bad omen. Let's be careful, and take a good look around first.
Belittling a faithful ally right before the final showdown? Do you not cry? If I prick you, do you not bleed?
No exorcists here, it looks like.
But a whole lot of Malakim.
These Malakim are the sublords who have pacts directly with Inominat. Be careful. He's likely given them a share of his power.
In other words, trouble.
Not at all. We'll just whip out our knives and carve a path.
Our path now leads to the Empyrean Inominat and Artorias. What a strange feeling.
Yeah, it's not every day you make an enemy of the entire world and head out to cut down a god.
That is certainly true. But what surprises me more is the passion that fills me.
Yeah, you're leaps and bounds more stubborn and willful than any of us.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you weren't, I don't think you'd have been able to make a pact with Laphicet.
It's because of you, Eleanor, that I've been able to take this voyage around the world. You have my thanks.
I also wish to offer my thanks.
And look at you, kiddo. Despite the unfortunate company you've chosen to keep, you've managed to grow into a fine young man. Good on you.
It's true, isn't it? It kind of makes me want to give myself a pat on the back.
You said it, kid.
Velvet gave me a name, and Eleanor became my vessel. Aizen and Rokuro taught me how to live, and Magilu provided lots of surprises and laughs. All of that made me who I am now, and I'm glad for it.
What about me? Didn't I do something for you?
Grimm taught me the ancient tongue, and Bienfu didn't do much.
You're mean!
I'm kidding. Bienfu taught me to never be discouraged, I think.
Laphicet, you're so kind!
Well, well. Seems the enemy's hate for us has galvanized our spirits.
We don't know what's ahead. Stay sharp, everyone.
Yeah.
I challenge you!
But I'm this close, I won't miss! Form Zero! Thunder! You're finished!
Shake the hermit!
No, I can't die here.
I'll finish this! Up! We're wide open! Burn! Die! Cross! We're wide open! Burn! Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope!
Through troubles, receive life's blessing! Gaze upon my thunder!
Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope!
Shake the hermit!
Through troubles, receive life's
Resurrection!
blessing! Rated slash, tear and mash!
Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope!
Through troubles, receive life's blessing!
We're wide open! Die! We're wide open! Burn! Die! Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope! Too slow! Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope! Next! Resurrection! Out! We're wide open! Burn!
Leave this to me!
Don't you feel it? Form 7!
Eric, thunder! Let him hear through! I said, Mila, take the hermit! You're out! First aid! Throw thunder!
Victory is ours.
I'll show you the beauty of my power! Blessing! Receive life's Come on, put up some fight!
Fine, fine. I'll join your little combat crew.
I'll never run.
Leave the fighting to me.
Ah, is it the
Looks like you're I can heal the wounds, but I can't heal the pain! When it comes to pain, it's better to give than receive! Healing circle! You're all about to get a lot closer! Gravity mine! Gravity mine! Fire!
Berserk! Stay put!
Whoa there! Is it hot or is it just me? You're all about to get a lot closer! Ready, steady, and blammo! Hope this works! Aqua Strike! Gravity Mine! Is it hot or is it just me? Crossfire! I can fight too! When it's like healing, it's better to give than receive! When it comes to pain, it's now! When it comes to pain, it's better to give than receive! First aid! Throwing black quagmire! Looks like you're gonna be put on ice! When it comes to pain, it's better to give than receive! I can heal the wound, but I can't feel the pain! Looks like you're gonna be put on ice! Ice ray! It's gonna hit you! Water mine! Crash through! Is that all you got? Take that! You're all about to get a lot closer! Take that! Devour! Vanishing thunder! Crash through! Take that! Devour! Final switch! Aqua split! Reflow! Absorber!
No, I
I
can't
can
die
heal the
here.
wounds, but I feel... Light of light! Illuminate us! Absorber! Light of light! Illuminate us! Reflow! It's gonna get you! Water mine! Light of light! Illuminate us! Ready, steady, and blammo! Explode! Absorber! Water mine! Explode! Looks like you're gonna be put on ice! Crash through! Take that! You're on the target! That all you got? Water mine! Hope this works! Aqua split! You're all about to get a lot closer! Gravity mine! Cleansing! Final switch! Easy peasy! Whoa there! Reflow! Absorber! Devour! Absorber! Tornado switch! Explode! Absorber! Fire mine! Absorber! Divine saber! Absorber!
I refuse to fall here!
We're finished here. Let's go.
But boy, such an odd thing to hang in the sky. Wasn't Innominat's vessel supposed to be the Earth?
Well, stereotypically at least, gods tend to have a penchant for high places. Gods and other things.
And other things? You mean birds?
I'm talking about people like you.
Birds. Birds fly because they must. Laufey said that a long time ago. That must be the answer Artorias was looking for. And yet, is it my answer?
Oh.
Wow. Look at how high up we are, and how round the world is. So, the world is round.
How did you not know that already? The horizon at sea has always been curved like this.
Right. That's why you always see the masthead of an approaching ship first when it comes over the horizon.
Give you to a sight like this and you're still unimpressed.
And you're gawking at the sights in our enemy's lair.
The energy's in this place. Yes, it's just as I'd expected.
What is?
I know what this temple is made of. It's crystallized energy drawn and condensed from the Earth Pulse by Innominat himself. To put it another way, this place is the Empyrean Innominat's body.
You mean, we just dove straight into Innominat's belly?
If you knew that, then why?
I warned you, didn't I? Now quit making such a racket in the enemy's lair.
You're right. Actually, it's not that different from the Earth Pulse when you think about it.
Besides, if we want to defeat Innominat, then coming in here is our only option, no matter how tremendous his power. If we can destroy his heart, he can be killed.
Yep, but in this case, the heart is Innominat's true body and Shepherd Artorias himself. We might be the ones who get destroyed.
This is not news, Magilu.
It's too late to get scared now.
We can
my complete and utter victory.
Are we ready for this?
Blade of Heaven's will!
Too slow! Bubble!
Infernal Torch!
Good! Hold up! Double block! Deception! No escape! Wind chills to the bone! Frigid photon! Good! See this? Hold up! Bubble! Wind light! Air thrust! Blades of wind! Slice them! See that? Air thrust! Die! Bubble! Wind light! Die! Killing flash! But I'm this close! I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder! Forget the pain and move! See this? See this? See this? You're wide open! Burn! Die! Forget the pain and move! Hold up! Witness! Cross! Cross! Good! Bubble! See this? Too slow!
Leave this to me! Clear light! Incinerate us!
See this?
Deception! Here! That's coming!
Hold up!
Here it comes! Resound! Arise! Become the greatest destruction! Lost on!
There are none who can resist my spear!
I don't think we have a chance! Absorber! Triple one! Blood wall! Roll my cycle! Make hope this works! Divine favor! Looks like you're gonna be put on ice! Final Blade of Heavens will pierce my enemy! It's gonna get you! Waterline! Divine favor! Ready to feel the burn? Waterline! Devour! Blood wall! Your troubles receive life and blessing! Looks like you're gonna be put on ice!
I'll finish this! Winner, kill them to the bone!
You're all about to get a lot closer! Gravity Mine! Fairy Circle! It's gonna get you! Water Mine! Here it comes! Get the limit! Fairy Circle! Ready, steady, and blammo!
Floppy set!
Explode! Element Supreme and gather! Wall! Polar Serpent! Burn Essentiality! Looks like you're gonna be put on ice! Divine Favor! Fire with grace! Void Fire! Essentiality! Better watch your step! Blood Wall! Ready, steady, and blammo! Please upon my fiery ears! Explode! Water Mine! Better watch your step! Jump in! Absorber! First phase! Final Embrace! Please upon my fiery ears! Is it hot or is it just me? Crossfire! It's gonna get you! Absorber! Here! Get the limit! Explode! Better watch your step! Blood Wall! Water Mine! You're all about to get a lot closer! Gravity Mine! Ugly Split! Better watch your step! Blood Wall! Explode! Paint the town red! Blood Moon! Blood Moon! It's gonna get you! Water Mine! Explode! Receive life's blessings! Hope this works!
That was a considerably powerful